Hello, and welcome to JISH Learn English Podcast. I'm Shaylin, and I'm so happy you're here today. Imagine this. You're at a store, you try to pay with your debit card, and suddenly, it doesn't work. It's a little embarrassing, right? Maybe you look at the machine, try again, and think, wait, what happened? Don't worry, this can happen to anyone. In today's episode, we're going to learn exactly what to say in English when your debit card isn't working. You'll hear a real-life conversation first, and then I'll teach you the important words, useful expressions, and simple sentence patterns from that conversation. By the end, you'll feel much more confident if you ever have this problem yourself. All right, let's get started.
That'll be $45.60, please.
Okay, I'll pay with my debit card.
Transaction declined.
Oh, that's strange. Let me try again. Still declined. My debit card isn't working.
No problem. Sometimes the chip doesn't read properly. Do you have another way to pay?
Not right now. I think I'll call my bank and find out what happened.
Sure, no problem.
Hello, this is Alex from First Bank Customer Service. How can I help you today?
Hi, Alex. My debit card isn't working. I just tried to make a payment at a grocery store, but the transaction was declined twice. Could you please check my account?
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Can I have your full name and the last 4 digits of your card, please?
Yes, my name is Sarah Williams, and the last 4 digits are 8231.
Thank you, Sarah. Let me pull up your account. Let's see. I see. There seems to be a hold on your card because of an unusual transaction. Did you make an online purchase this morning for a large amount?
Oh, yes, I did. I bought a new laptop online. I didn't know that could cause a problem.
It can sometimes trigger our security system. Don't worry, it's just a security measure to help protect your account. I can remove the hold right away. Before I do that, let me also check your spending. Did you perhaps reach your daily spending limit?
I don't think so. I checked my account balance this morning and I still had enough money.
All right, that's good. I've checked it and your balance is fine. I'm going to unblock your card now. Okay, done. I've removed the hold and your card is active again. Could you try using it again in about 2 minutes? It should work now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate your help.
You're very welcome, Sarah. If your card still acts up or you have any more problems, don't hesitate to call us back. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too. Bye. That was a very useful conversation, wasn't it? And honestly, many of us have had a moment like this. You're ready to pay, your card doesn't work, and suddenly you're standing there wondering what went wrong. But as you just heard, you don't need complicated English to handle this situation. You just need a few clear, useful phrases. So now, let's take the language from Sarah's conversation and make sure you can use it yourself. First, let's quickly remember what happened. Sarah tried to pay at a grocery store, but her debit card was declined. She tried again, but it still didn't work, so she called her bank. Alex, the representative, checked her account and found a hold on her card because of an unusual online purchase. He checked her balance and spending limit, removed the hold, and unblocked the card. After that, Sarah could use her card again. So remember, when a card is declined, it doesn't always mean you don't have enough money. There can be several different reasons. Now, let's look at some important words and phrases. The first one is debit card. A debit card is a card from your bank that lets you pay for things using money from your bank account. You heard Sarah say, "I'll pay with my debit card." You can also ask, "Can I pay with my debit card?" It's a simple phrase, but it's one you can use in many everyday situations. Next, you heard the machine say, "Transaction declined." A transaction is a payment or another activity involving your bank account, such as buying something with your card or taking money out of an ATM. Declined means the payment was not approved, so you can say, my card was declined. Another very natural phrase is, my payment didn't go through. Both phrases tell someone that you tried to pay, but the payment wasn't successful. You also heard Sarah say, my debit card isn't working. This is one of the most useful sentences from today's lesson. You don't need to know the exact reason. You can simply say, my card isn't working. Could you check what's wrong? You can also say, I'm not sure why my card isn't working. That phrase, I'm not sure why, is very natural when you don't know what caused a problem. Now, let's talk about account balance. Your account balance is the amount of money currently available in your bank account. Sarah said, I checked my account balance this morning and I still had enough money. A very common phrase is check my balance. For example, I'm going to check my balance before I make the payment. Another important word is hold. Alex said, there seems to be a hold on your card. Here, a hold means the bank has temporarily stopped the card from being used, usually for security reasons. If the bank notices unusual activity, it may put a hold on your card to protect your account. You might hear, there's a hold on your card, and you can ask, could you remove the hold, please? You also heard block and unblock. When a card is blocked, you usually can't use it. When the bank unblocks it, you can use it again. You can ask, is my card blocked? Or could you unblock my card, please? These are very useful phrases when speaking with your bank. Now, what about the daily spending limit? Many banks have a maximum amount you can spend with your debit card in one day. This is your daily spending limit. If you reach that limit, another payment might be declined. You might hear, have you exceeded your daily spending limit? Exceed simply means to go over a limit. Sarah also tried contactless payment when she tapped her card. Contactless payment means you hold or tap your card near the payment reader instead of inserting it. You can simply say, I'll tap my card. And remember chip, too. The chip is the small square on your card. Sometimes you may hear, the chip didn't read properly. Now, let's look at 3 useful sentence patterns. First, I tried to, but. Sarah said, I tried to make a payment, but the transaction was declined. You can say, I tried to use my card, but it didn't work. This pattern is useful whenever you want to explain what you tried to do and what happened. Next, there seems to be. Alex said, there seems to be a hold on your card. This is a polite way to describe a problem when you're not completely sure what is happening. For example, there seems to be a problem with my online banking. And finally, could you please? This is a very useful way to ask for help politely. You can say, could you please check my account? Could you please tell me why my card was declined? Or could you please unblock my card? You don't need difficult English to sound polite. A simple could you please is enough. So if you ever find yourself at a checkout and your card suddenly doesn't work, don't panic. You can say, oh, that's strange. Let me try again. If it still doesn't work, say, my card isn't working. I'm not sure why. And when you call the bank, you can say, hi, I'm calling because my debit card isn't working. I tried to make a payment, but it was declined. Could you please check what's wrong? That's it. You've explained the problem, given the bank some useful information, and politely asked for help. You didn't need complicated English, you just needed a few clear sentences, and now you have them. Now, let's quickly bring everything together. When your debit card isn't working, you can say, my card isn't working, my card was declined, or the payment didn't go through. You can also ask, could you please check what's wrong? If the bank finds a problem, you might ask, is my card blocked? Or could you unblock my card, please? Now it's your turn to practice. Imagine you're at a restaurant and your debit card is declined. What would you say to the cashier? And what would you say if you had to call your bank? Write your answer in the comments below. You can start with, "My card was declined because." Don't worry about mistakes. Just practice using the English you learned today. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like the video and subscribe to JISH Learn English Podcast. Thank you so much for learning with me today, lovely learners. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye!